This is a complete, inspiring story about a woman who did not give up in difficult circumstances and, through her own efforts, built a new life. Her husband passed away when their daughter was only 3 years old. In a single moment, she was left alone with a small child and an enormous responsibility. There was no breadwinner in the household. She herself says that she could not take a regular job because she had no one to leave her young daughter with. This thought weighed on her constantly. Her only support was a small amount of savings her husband had left behind, which she wanted to use very carefully. Gathering her courage, she rented a small space and opened a coffee shop. She believed that this business would allow her to support herself and take care of her child. However, reality was harsh. Within 3 months, the cafe failed to earn even enough to cover the rent. Every month, she paid the rent out of her own pocket. Eventually, she made a difficult but necessary decision and closed the cafe. Although her heart was heavy, she knew she could not give up because life had to go on. Looking for another way out, she thought about a small food cart. But doubts immediately arose. Pushing it to the market every day and bringing it back seemed too exhausting. She feared another failure and worried that her strength might run out. One day, while returning from the city, she noticed an old abandoned van parked near her home. It looked like it had not moved in a long time. This sight sparked a new sense of hope in her mind. When she got home, she decided to find the owner of the van. The next day, she asked her neighbors and found out where he lived. Knocking on his door, she asked the man if the van was for sale. He replied that it was, but warned her that the vehicle did not run. The woman honestly told him about her situation and proposed an agreement. If he allowed her to buy the van in installments, she would take it to a mechanic, and if the mechanic confirmed that the van could at least drive from her home to the market and back, she would take it and pay for it within 5 months. After hearing her story, the owner agreed. The next day, she arrived with a mechanic. He inspected the van, listened to the woman's life story, and learned about her struggle to survive. His heart softened. He promised to fix the vehicle and truly did so for a very small price. When the repaired van drove back home under its own power, the woman smiled sincerely for a long time. She had hope again. Then came the time to decide what kind of business to start. She spent the entire night researching different ideas on YouTube and Google. In the end, she chose simple but in-demand food: French fries and fried chicken. She made a clear plan: stand on one street for a week, and if it didn't work, move to another, busier location. Wherever she felt even a small potential, she would stay there permanently. And indeed, within the very first week, she realized she had found the right place. People started buying, coming back, and praising her food. The business began to grow. Today, she says that if she had given up back then, she would have achieved nothing. This story proves that even in the hardest moments of life, determination, patience, and honest work can open the path to success.